Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. Go there if you need questions, because nobody is giving you the truth in life. That's really all it is. Hi, Aaron. I am writing to you because I have a few questions. It's kind of a long email, so please bear with me. I'm a 23-year-old male living in New York City. I'm currently a waiter. I wrote to you back in mid-November. I went to school for 2 semesters after high school. Dropped out because I didn't want the debt. Good man. Hey, nothing wrong with that. If I did that, I would have been in a much better position. So I boxed for the next... Oh, yeah, you're the boxer. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. We have no uninteresting clients, ladies and gentlemen. Only the coolest people go to Asshole Consulting. Yeah, this is the boxer. So I boxed for the next 5 years with an Olympic dream in mind. After your response in the last email, I read Worthless and Bachelor Pad Economics. When I wrote to you, I was interested in studying nursing, so I followed your advice and volunteered at a hospital for a few weeks and spoke with several nurses. I couldn't handle the blood, so I'm not going to be doing that. Look at that. Smart move. See, now look. Pay attention. It's very important. I know everybody rushes you, and especially K through 12, you think everything's step ordered, that this year you do this year you do this. Now you're in the real world, and you're exploring. You're doing exactly what you should do. You experimented with boxing. You tried nursing. Both didn't work out. Fine. At least you did it, and now you know for sure. And you're 23. That's the other thing. I thought, oh, God, 23, my life is over. That's bullshit. Remember, no one will take you seriously until you're 35. No one. So just, now's experiment time. You're doing good. I don't want you getting down. That's basically what I'm saying. My father wasn't around, but I did okay for myself. I don't struggle with women, and boxing taught me discipline and how to be a man. Good man. My grandfathers were there for me. One is a doctor and the other a mechanical engineer, so that helped, I would imagine. Now I'm at a point where I want to move out of the East Coast because I can't afford to live here anymore, whether it's New York City, Boston, or any of these overpriced cities. I was thinking of going to Chicago because it's cheaper and I do enjoy the city and the endless supply of women around. Chicago is fun. I went there and visited a bunch of... Chad Elkins, CPA, by the way, a little plug there for him. Visited Marcus, a bunch of other people. I forgot what a good time I had in Chicago when I was younger. As long as you're not making a lot of money and you can find a cheap place to live, that's a fun town. And the girls there are agreeable, or at least they were back in the 90s. But yeah, I was looking around, man. I was like, wow, I remember fun time. I mean, I'll tell you that again, this is 20 years ago. I will say this about Chicago women. They know the word yes. It's not out of their vocabulary. I'm not even talking sex. Like just, hey, you want to go dancing? Yeah. It's like, okay, wait, it's that easy? There's no pulling of teeth like it was in Minnesota. I mean, it was there to have a good time. So yeah, go up on the north side and have a good old time. But don't expect to have a great career. I mean, it's like every major city. I'd recommend you go south. But no one listens to me. But Chicago's cold. High taxes, big liberal shithole time. I mean, don't buy property. You're just going to end up paying rent to the city. Just don't make it your home. Unless for some reason you make an ungodly amount of money and you don't mind traffic. What are your thoughts, and do you recommend other cities? I do recommend other cities with more of a long-term look. But right now you're exploring. So a stint in Chicago, if you got a job lined up, wouldn't be the worst thing, especially if you can find cheap housing as well. So it is a fun time, but I would not. I'm glad I got out. Don't buy property. Don't raise a family there. And stay out of Illinois. Chicago has corrupted Illinois altogether. So I would just stay out of there. I would get out of any state that has a local income tax. Okay, any state. Ohio, Pennsylvania. I think even New York might have. But you don't pay local income tax. Ideally, you go to states that don't even have state income tax. All you pay is federal. That's it. So you're looking at your Floridas, your Texas, Vegas, Tennessee more recently, Washington. But look it up. Don't quote me. But then you got to balance it. Do you want to live with a bunch of pasty, white, depressed, suicidal, emotional, white... I don't even want to call them people. I want to call them pissants. Druggies? I mean, do you like Portland? The other white meat, to quote Tom Likas? Do you really? I mean, I think what you should do if you get the money is do a little bit of road trip, which I recommend for everybody. But for now, if I were to recommend fun places, old Aaron would do it again. Denver, Las Vegas, Miami, St. Petersburg, maybe, Florida. That's where I'd consider. Dallas is good. I like Dallas too. But again, what I like and what you like are going to be different. So it really, 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 really helps for you to travel to different places. If you like, just today, or not today, yesterday, I figured out, you know what? I don't want to live in St. Petersburg. I was kind of like figuring out, do I want Florida or Vegas? And I was thinking Florida, but then I'm here during winter. You know who else comes down here during winter? Old people from the fucking north who don't know how to drive, and the roads are shit. We tried to drive from fucking St. Petersburg all the way to St. Augustine. Girlfriend wants to see St. Augustine, very pretty. Oldest town in the United States, 1514, I think it was built. It's supposed to take 3 hours, 20 minutes. It took us 5 fucking hours because there's traffic all the way across the state. There's nothing going on. There's no reason for it. It's just slow old people. You come into the city, it was like way worse than whenever I've been here before. So, I mean, it's traffic for me, but you're used to traffic because you were brought up under the communist state of New York, and you think, oh, it's just normal. We're just in here like cattle. I like to walk places. Dude, go out to, like, Denver, and once you get out of the city, you go. You just go. 75 miles an hour, and you don't stop till you hit fucking Casper. I mean, maybe you slow down a little bit for Cheyenne. But yeah, I would, Seattle, hey, here's the ocean, here's the mountains. Fucking billion people right here in this little strip. Fuck that. So, I'd see if you can go and explore. The first thing, obviously, is to get a job. And Chicago wouldn't be bad. I think you'd have a great time there. But I don't know anyone who didn't. But in LA, you can't. It's not. If you plan to make something great of yourself, I'm sorry, you don't live in a liberal town or a liberal state. You got to go Texas. Denver's a little more hippie but fun. But you go Vegas, you go to where the money is. You go to where serious, hardworking, productive capitalists go. So that's. But it's gonna. And it might take you 10 years. It took me 10 years to figure out where I want. I just figured out now. 48 hours ago, I didn't want to be in St. Pete. I want to be in Vegas. But I mean, I had to narrow it down out of the 58 states to those 2 towns. And that's just winter residency. Minnesota's all right. But I am going to do South Dakota, though, during spring and fall and part of summer. If I would, I'd just get out of Minnesota altogether. But I got friends. People. People. Those bastards that make everything great in life. You fuckers. So those are my opinions about the cities. I want to study mechanical engineering, but I'm not smart enough. I took an IQ test, and my IQ was 120. You're plenty smart enough. That's plenty smart. That's very, very smart. What was it? 115 is 1 standard deviation, so you're at least top 34, and then 20, that's another 5, so 1.33 standard deviations. You gotta be, I'm not gonna look up it. You're in the top 20% of society. About that, I'd say easy. So yeah, dude, I would definitely, no, wait, because that's 34 on the other side, so you gotta add the left tail. So what, 34, that's 68%. That's 34 on one side, 34 on the other side. So let's just do 34 from, all right, 34 from 50 is 16. So you're in the top 16% at 115 IQ. You have higher than that. You're definitely in the top 10% of IQ. You absolutely should become an engineer. You have more than enough mental capacity to do it. Now, you may not have a passion. You may not like it if you find out, or you may just, like, you have blood. You don't like blood. Okay, well, oh my God, I don't like imaginary numbers. Well, good luck with whatever discipline of STEM uses imaginary numbers. Well, I don't know, Aaron, math. So, but yeah, you definitely should become an engineer. If I need a degree, that's going to give me a return on my investment. Being broke is not an option. Yeah, absolutely. My last resort is the Air Force, but I want to try and make it on my own first. No, dude. I did that. Don't do it. Okay? I the guy who did it. Worked full-time, went to school full-time. Right? Wasn't worth it. Was not fucking worth it. Great GPA, graduate 6 months early, would never do it again, won't wish it on my worst enemy. Do not fucking do it. Go join the fucking military and look, you got the discipline, you're in great shape. I mean, shit, you could probably be special ops if you're in that good a shape. You think you're going to find, look, let's say you graduate in 4 years, and even no debt, so your grandpa, all right, so you're 27 now. You think you're going to do anything interesting or fun at 27? You might be okay paying job. But you're going to have to pay back your student loans. You're going to, assuming your parents didn't or grandparents didn't pay, you're going to have to put food, clothing, shelter, and everything on the table. Just join the fucking military. Yes, you might get killed. Thank you for your service. But, who's this now? Oh, no, I don't know. But please, just do it. You're the type of guy that America needs to be in the military. You're disciplined, you're hardworking, you're thinking outside of the box. I think you might want to try special ops. That would definitely give you a physical challenge. You won't stagnate anymore in New York. Hell, you'll be able to see a ton of shit and be able to do your evaluation on where you'd like to move. See, you get based out in fucking Thailand. I don't know. My God, you really like Thailand. And you couldn't think of, why didn't I come here before? I think you almost have to, dude. You almost have to join the military. It's just going to be an easier option. And don't worry, you're going to earn your keep. Don't worry about it. But it's the number one thing for young kids. It's the best available opportunity for young people today. It really is. You get your food, healthcare, everything. You read Bachelor Pad Economics. You know my position on this. So I would absolutely consider that. I don't know why you think that's like chickening out or you got to do it on your own. Fuck that bullshit. And shit, tuition's more than tripled, I'd imagine, than when I paid for. At least back then you could work your way through college, barely. Maybe you have half a pulse left. But now, no, you can't do it. You just can't do it. I think you also got to get out of New York. You just got to meet different people. I mean, the movers, they're going to test you, dude. They're going to test you. They're going to throw you in with other movers and shakers. I think it just, you know what? You don't like it after 3 years or 4 years, whatever the required sentence, fine. You get your GI Bill. You get the fucking VA, Veterans Administration Hospital for the rest of your life. Just consider it, okay? Just go talk to a recruiter. I'm also worried about falling behind compared to others in my age. No, dude, no. Everyone your age is a fucking loser. What they're doing is they're in student loans, student debt, and they still can't find jobs. So you're doing fine. With no degree and no experience. At this point, I won't be done with school until I'm 28 by the time everything is said and done. Yeah, good. So what? I don't want to be a screw-up. Dude, you're not a... Have you seen all the articles of these idiot dipshit kids graduating with $100,000 in debt and they can't find no fucking jobs? You are ahead. I'm not saying this to make you feel better. You have to listen to me. The fact you are taking your time and not jumping off that fucking bridge like all of your other friends are doing and like your stupid fucking teachers and your stupid fucking guidance counselors and your stupid fucking politicians have told you got to go to college. The fact you didn't and you pursued boxing and then actually pursued looking at nursing and it didn't cost you a cent. You just volunteered. You didn't have to pay one fucking red cent of tuition money to take a nursing class. You figured it out for free. In 3 weeks. You saved you are so far, you're further ahead than me, kid. And so what? You graduate when you're 28 with a degree in engineering. So what? What do you think they're going to give you a really good job now? Just because you're 5 years older? You're still under 35. They're not going to use you for your full capacities and potential. Go into the military. And if you don't want to do that, don't worry about falling behind. You're not behind. You have no... Here's the number one thing. 23 years old. Do you have debt? Because I got news for you. If you don't have debt, you're like your IQ, you're in the top 10% of all 23. Shit, probably top 5%. All these dipshit kids graduating with debt. Even the ones who went into legitimate fields, they have debt. I don't know if they got jobs, though, either. So, dude, I know it doesn't feel... How can I put it? Using the old metric of how to standardize and score yourself against your peers, that old metric, which has been ingrained in you since the age of 5, which comes from the K through college system, K through 12 system in your particular case because you didn't go to college, you're still holding yourself to that standard. That's not the real world. The real world measurements that we measure people by today in terms of their success is net worth, is, I would say, their credit score, how little or relatively debt-free they are, how little debt they have, your income. These are all economics. This doesn't mean you're an evil or good person. I'm just saying in terms of success. So those are the measures. I guarantee you, kid, if you look at the average 23-year-old with their $70,000 in debt, their $14,000 in credit card, they're still living at home with mommy and daddy, they got a car loan, they're fucked. They are fucked. Shit, fuck 23. Try fucking 30. They're still fucked. You don't have debt, dude. And now, instead of going and enslaving yourself to debt, you're figuring it out first, poking your toes in the water, doing all the research you should be doing up front. You got a hell of a lot more interesting story and life experience than most 23-year-olds, being the boxer. Dude, I know it doesn't feel it, but by old measures, you probably think you're a loser. But by real world measures, you're not a winner yet by any stretch of the imagination. But you're punching way above your weight when it comes to the average 23-year-old. Simply because you didn't fuck up. It's amazing. That's how low. Don't get yourself, I'm really good for a 23-year-old. Yeah, the 23-year-olds. Did you see fucking Pajama Boy? You see the fucking millennials, right? We're not talking high standards here, right? We're not talking the World War II generation. We're talking, I'd have to drill a hole and take the elevator down another 5 flights to get down to where the millennial generation is. So, anyway, stop beating yourself up. You're doing good. I'm not saying this to make you feel better. This is asshole consulting. I'm telling you the truth. Consider the military. If you got the money, go drive around. See if you got some buddies you can couch surf with. Visit different towns. Stay the fuck out of California. And you'll do good, kid. And if you got another idea like, hey, maybe I'll do that. Volunteer for 3 weeks. Don't take a semester of college. That's exactly what you got to do. So, keep kicking ass. We're all proud of you. Toodles.